At 8:15 on the morning of October 24th, 1911, laboratory assistant Catherine McPherson entered the Delaware Flats apartment laboratory of Dr. Helene Knabe. There on the bed lay the 35-year-old German-born doctor, her throat slashed from ear to ear. The bed was covered in blood. It was the beginning of one of the most baffling crimes in the city's history, a bizarre case that hinted at suicide, the indictment of a former love interest and her interest in sexual diseases and abnormal behavior. Knabe attended Butler University and the Medical College of Indiana. She was known as a brilliant pathologist and became curator of the Pathological Museum of Butler, supervisor of laboratories of the Medical College, and was the first woman to become assistant pathologist of the Indiana State Laboratory of Hygiene. She was also recognized for the early study of rabies. She faced harassment and defied the female stereotypes. But it was the nature of her death that brought her national attention. Examination of the body showed the neck gash had penetrated to the spinal column, nearly severing her head. All of the bed linen, though stained with blood, was folded neatly. There was no blood on the victim's hands, however. A pillow was lying on her abdomen and her nightgown was rolled up around her shoulders, and no weapon could be found. The case seemed destined to be mired with human errors, speculation, and confusion. When the investigation began, the janitor, later a brief suspect, had the garbage can removed, so police never had a chance to check the contents. Initial police reports indicated the death was a suicide, but the coroner, C. Durham, didn't buy it. There was a theory that Dr. Knabe had an interest in the treatment of sexual psychopaths and had been treating someone with psychopathic tendencies, and that person was the killer. He was convinced she was a victim of a brutal murder. To this day, the case remains unsolved. In all likelihood, she admitted the killer after conversing through the speaking tube at the front door, indicating the killer may have been an acquaintance. Witnesses claim that Dr. Craig and Dr. Knabe had quarreled violently over marriage on the Sunday before she died. Detectives agreed the murder occurred as she was preparing for bed. Mayor Lou Shank convinced the city-county council to offer a reward of up to $1,000 for any clues in her murder. There were also hints that a romance between Knabe and Dr. William B. He was indicted nearly 2 years after the murder but was acquitted on lack of evidence.